What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego in the back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also subscribe to the channel for the latest and greatest in boxing. If you want to become part of the gang notification gang, please hit that bell icon. Shout out to the super chats, channel donations, the Venmo donations, and the Patreon family. Now I am back with my original series, Boxingego's First Look, which is the tale of the tape, a sneak peek, a preview of the fight before the fight. Now, a fight I'm really excited for this weekend. You have George Groves, battle-tested, been in there with the likes of Carl Froch, been in there with Badou Jack, who has a big fight with Adonis Stevenson coming up, and he's now fighting Chris Eubank Jr., son of the legend, British legend, boxing legend, Chris Eubank. I'm looking forward to this. I think this is almost a sleeper fight. It's coming up this weekend, stateside in the United States at least. I feel like more people should be talking about this. Shout out to the World Boxing Super Series. I think they've done a phenomenal job putting on this tournament, and we need more of this in boxing. Tournament styles, Super Sixes, World Boxing Super Series. The last one was a very good fight between Dorticos and Murad Gassiev. I thought that was an excellent fight, right? So this is going to be in the super middleweight division. I'm looking forward to it. Both guys seem very confident. George Groves, he just feels he has the experience. The two have sparred in the past. I don't really know all the details on what transpired, but Chris Eubank, he's also made statements thinking it won't go the distance. This is a very good fight, people. And as you see when we get into the tail of the tape, you'll notice one thing. They match up very well in terms of all the individual particulars. So this is a good fight. I'm looking forward to it. This is going to be the semifinals to establish the super middleweight who advances to the finals. You know, so this is the last leg of the tournament before we get, there can be only one, you know what I mean, the Ali Trophy, and see who takes it all. Super middleweight, very good division. You have guys like Gilberto Zurdo Ramirez, who Top Rank has said is the next Monzon, and just different stuff like that. He says he would love to fight the winner of this particular fight. So we got some action. Andre Ward was the king of super middleweight. Then he chose to move up in his career, go to light heavyweight, beat Kovalev twice, beat Sullivan Barrera, and he retired after the Kovalev fights. So super middleweight is for the taking, and just like Ward in the Super 6, that was his claim to fame, where he got to establish himself and also separate himself as the best. So with tournaments like this, the World Boxing Super Series, these guys have that same opportunity to emerge as the guy to beat, the #1. So I'm looking forward to this fight. It's gonna take place in Manchester. It's been sold out for a while. The electric crowd and atmosphere of the UK is second to none. And we'll see who has the better game plan. You look at George Groves, his career has had ups and downs. He beat an Olympic gold medalist. He was the first to beat James DeGale. But later in his career, he had a controversial first fight. I thought it was a premature stoppage, the first fight with Carl Froch. Then they had a rematch, which was only surpassed by Anthony Joshua versus Vladimir Klitschko. They had 90,000 people in attendance. George Groves came up on the short side of that, and Carl Froch, before retiring, he proved he was the better man, and he knocked out George Groves brutally. George Groves later lost to Badou Jack. So he's had his career ups and downs, and he's looking to defeat a guy like Chris Eubank Jr. at this stage of his career to solidify himself and the show. And the good thing about this fight is again, aside from the tail of the tape and it being an even matchup, is Chris Eubank has stuff to prove too, because he's formerly of the 160-pound division. At one point, he was in talks to fight Gennady Golovkin. The fight fell apart. According to Eddie Hearn, when the Eubanks were with Eddie Hearn, there were some demands they were making, and then they've later split and separated ways. But Chris Eubank, he's from 160, where he took a loss. He took a loss to Billy Joe Saunders, who is the WBO champion at middleweight. So he's had his up and downs, had to kind of bounce back from that loss against Billy Joe Saunders. And now he's in the new division. He's been doing good in the division, but hasn't really fought a guy like George Groves in this new division. Since he moved up to 168, he fought the likes of Reynold Quinlan, whose claim to fame I think was beating Daniel Gill after Golovkin. And he fought earlier in the leg of the World Boxing Super Series tournament, got a knockout. But no one he's fought rates and matches up with a George Groves. George Groves is by far the best guy he will have fought at this new division. Eubank is a guy who stays in shape. He always looks like he's in shape. He does this machine gun style punching, and I'm looking forward to the fight. This should be explosive. Just like Highlander, there could be only one. Now let's take a look at the tail of the tape. George Groves has a record of 27-3. 2 of those losses came at the hands of Carl Froch. The other one, again, as I mentioned, to Badou Jack, who was a champion and he was actually a champion in 2 divisions. Chris Eubank Jr. has a record of 26-1. His sole loss is to Billy Joe Saunders in a different weight class at 160 pounds. Age, very close. George Groves is 29 years old. Chris Eubank Jr. is 28. Height, dead even, or very close to it. George Groves listed at 5'11.5" to Chris Eubank's 5'11", and if you look at him when they face off, you can tell George Groves is a hair taller, but sometimes shoes play a part and different things like that. This will take place in the World Boxing Super Series tournament at 168 pounds, so the super middleweight division. Once again, reach, very close. George Groves, the taller man, has the shorter reach. His reach is listed at 72 inches to Chris Eubank's 72.5 inches. So Eubank Jr. has a ½ inch reach advantage. This is, I mean, it doesn't get better. And this is how you know the mark of a good fight, when on paper the guys match up very, very well. I mean, one guy has 30 fights, the other guy has 27. They're within a year of each other as far as age. There's only a ½ inch in terms of height that separates them, and in reach there's only a ½ inch length advantage that separates Eubank Jr.'s arm from George Groves. Very even matchup. I'm looking forward to this. I believe, don't quote me on this, but I believe the World Boxing Super Series, on their verified official YouTube, they'll air it for people who are in the United States. If you live in the UK, I believe it'll be on ITV. So make sure you check with your cable providers if you're in the UK. If you're in the United States, you should be able to watch it for free on the World Boxing Super Series YouTube page or Facebook. That's how the rest of the tournament has been. So this should be a good fight. Make sure you guys check it out. Drop your fight predictions below. Break it down. Let me know, who are you picking to win this Super 6 style tournament, the World Boxing Super Series tournament between George Groves and Chris Eubank Jr. Very even matchup. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Make sure you smash the like button as always. Hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video is Ego signing off. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxingego, the future of boxing.